Hello, my name is Dr. Holly Roselle, and I'd like to thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I'd like to pray that it helps you perform better, and it connects you to God so you can glorify God. Right now, we are going to train the skill of can control. And I can't help but start this training by thanking the men and women of the armed forces for all that they do for our country. I had the honor of working with them and the incredible care providers at Walter Reed Military Hospital in Washington, D.C., and I am forever grateful for their sacrifice. When I was working at Walter Reed, I worked primarily with young men and women who did not want to be there. They were there because they were injured and they wanted to be back with their units. So in many ways, it was a tough and stressful place for them to be. So I would often ask them to write down a list of their biggest stressors, and people would write down things like fighting with their family or friends, their injury, multiple doctor's appointments, paperwork, or problems with negativity. They would often admit that these things created a tremendous amount of stress that would hinder their performance in the rehabilitation process. And I'm guessing you also have your own list of stressors. So we would write down all of these stressors, then we would make a list of what they can and can't control surrounding the stress. So here's an example. On the left side, we list the stressors, things we cannot control. A rude friend or family member's actions, their injury, other people's performance, being away from family, or negative people. And on the right side, we list what you can control, my reaction to them, working hard at physical therapy, being inspired and focusing on my own efforts and goals, Skyping every day and organizing family visits, who I choose to be around or how I respond to them. So when we would do these lists, all of a sudden, what would often happen is that a light would come on that they were very stressed about both sides of this list, while in fact, there was no value in putting their energy towards the things that they could not control. So by eliminating trying to change that side of the list and putting energy towards what they can control, they became significantly less stressed and much more productive. Being able to identify what you can and can't control and putting your energy towards what you can control is an extremely beneficial skill that helps keep you less stressed in both life and during specific performances. If you're trying to control things that you cannot control while you're performing under pressure, it will put unnecessary extra pressure on yourself, which will only make it harder to perform well under pressure. So what you need to do is put your energy towards the things that you can control. With that in mind, take a quick look at these phrases. You can control the things that you say. You can control the things that you do. You can control your thoughts or how you respond to thoughts that pop into your head. And if you really look at this list, at the end of the day, the only thing you can control is you. Take a look at the earlier example. The right side of this list boils down to self-control. And when you choose to do that, you're setting yourself up to perform well under pressure. 2 Timothy 1:7 tells us that God gave us a spirit not of fear, but of power and love and self-control. That is such great news because self-control can bring us so much peace and because we can pray to God to activate it when we can't do it on our own. So this is what I want you to take away from this lesson. Use your energy for the things that you can control, mainly yourself, in order to perform better under pressure. Amen, and God bless.